The idea behind this is quite simple. The world would be a lot better place if altruistic, highly motivated, and hardworking individuals dedicated themselves to solving some of the world's problems, as Elon Musk has dedicated his life to doing. And the next thing is the probability field of our cult or our culture. There's one Elon Musk. There's 300 million Americans. Why not 10 Elon Musks? And then we get into the travesty and tragedy of what we see happening. If you look through the biography of Ashley Vance, and much more importantly, the biography of media presentation, you see that all altruism is completely ignored and mocked in the media, number one. Number two, all belief in the future, etc., is discounted. You see the news media is following the story a year or so behind everyone else. Like if you go on YouTube, etc., and you've been following the Tesla story for a few years, it's like 2 or 3 years later, CNBC catches up. I mean, that's the quality of our media. And then when he opens up the China factory within a year, one of the greatest accomplishments on the planet for an individual and a company, they focus on his dance moves. We're at that level of stupidity. And so we don't have more Elon Musks, not because each one of us doesn't have a strong capacity to give something meaningful to our species. We don't have Elon Musks because we punish the shit out of them and do not grow a culture that produces Elon Musks. Now, this is a very small project along those lines, but one way we can care about our culture is to honor the people who break the rule. Elon is the white crow, the one person in America out of 300 million. That's how toxic our culture is. Out of 300 million, it's produced one, or it's really tolerated one with, let's gang up on him in the stock market, let's gang up on him in the media, let's have his investors try and pull a number, let's poke fun of him personally, let's have his wife abandon him and talk about him publicly. Let's just throw every bit of hostility we possibly can at this guy while he's spending his last penny to focus on our global problems. Well, that's about the way you need to treat people in order to have one person up for that deal. Elon's the only one who signed that contract. I'll be pilloried, I'll be lied to, I'll have all this stuff for trying to help us out. Well, if we want more people to sign up and say, okay, I'll invent a great technology, we've got to show some respect, some honor. Now, obviously, I've bought as much shares as I could. I'm looking forward to owning a Tesla at some point. But meanwhile, we can all share gratitude. We can all share respect for a magnificent human being who's doing a lot against overwhelming odds in a toxic environment. That's a little bit much. And I want it to be easier for the next person. So the project is simple. Share how Elon has touched your life positively, how Tesla, how Elon, how SpaceX. Share, honor what you appreciate and value. Give thanks. Share appreciation. And we'll cut it together in a nice video and send it out to be a little bit of a medicine for the tremendous cruelty of our sociopathic lashings from our national press, which are thankfully subsiding somewhat because we like a winner. And this is kind of the sick game of business and politics, etc., is we throw every shit, bombs, stink, etc., we possibly can at a person and try and destroy them. And then a very few people get through that barrage. And then we celebrate them. For what? For putting up with our bullshit, I guess. but it's not a very good protocol for nurturing. So please join me. Upload a clip below, and we'll piece it together and change a little bit of that public narrative.